Excuse me for seeming rushed, but I want to make sure that you know you're exactly in the right place. You're about to see over the shoulder how I turned my passion into a multiple seven-figure business by tapping into the $325 billion e-learning industry. You can see right here in one of our payment processors, Wave right now, that's over $1 million in just the first 6 months of last year alone. In fact, we actually generated over $2 million, and I'll show you the rest here in a second. But more importantly, you're gonna see how to turn your knowledge, skills, and passion into a 6 and even 7-figure business in the next 90 days. The coolest thing is that this skill is sustainable and something that you can count on being a long-term source of income for years. You can see here that this skill has helped me consistently generate over $100,000 every single month, month after month for years. And what's even cooler is that this is not going to be a 45-minute presentation where I tell you my life story. I'm just gonna get straight into the point and deliver the content that you're here for. And that is over the shoulder, step-by-step, the monetization and growth strategies I'm personally doing, the funnel I'm using, the strategies I'm using, and the best traffic source that we're using right now that's absolutely crushing it, not only for ourselves, but also every single one of our clients. And I'm gonna do it all in just 11 minutes. This is gonna be a very short, straight to the point video. And if you make it until the end of this video training, I'm going to deliver a $1,000 course just for you to go through completely for free that walks you through my entire funnel, the growth and monetization strategies, sharing my screen, and everything else that is responsible for all these sales. And finally, this only applies to you if you're a serious entrepreneur and business owner that wants to tap into the e-learning industry and grow an online business to 6 and even 7 figures. And it does not matter if you have no experience at all, you're completely new, or if you just want to scale to that level. We're gonna break down absolutely everything here step by step and show you cold hard proof how you can do it as well. And here are some of our clients and partners that we just literally got done working with. They watched this video until the very end and implemented the exact same strategies, not only to grow and monetize, but most importantly, the best traffic source that I'm gonna show you right here in this video in just a second in order to scale to 6 and even 7 figures. For example, right here is Nick. He was actually struggling for the longest time to monetize his following, even though he had already a big audience. But just 2 weeks after implementing what I'm about to show you right here in this training, he did $55,000 and then finished up the month with $85,000 using this one thing. Here's another one of our clients, Parker. And he was able to come in and implement this exact thing and did over $350,000 in just the first 7 weeks. And here's another one, and this one is actually one of our personal favorites, Dave, or as we like to call him, Ecom Dave. He went from being a bartender in a club in Miami with literally no experience at all to build an online business, a complete beginner but super coachable and hardworking, and now today has made over $1 million and has won the 2 Comma Club Award in just a little 1 year using this one skill and traffic source. So in short, if you want to blow up your following and monetize it effectively by tapping into the booming e-learning industry, you are exactly in the right place. And just to incentivize you not only to watch until the very end of this training, but also to implement, I'm going to give you a $1,000 course just for making it end to the end of this video. Now, quick warning, this is only for serious entrepreneurs only who want to build a successful 7-figure online course, info product, or coaching business by tapping into the best traffic source. Also, this is only for people that are coachable and committed and hungry for success. And most importantly, those who are willing to invest and take action. This is who this training is for. If you're broke and make excuses and complain and just dabble from shiny object from one thing to the next, and you're just in the quote unquote information gathering mode and are not serious of taking your business to the next level and creating a 6 and even 7-figure online business, this really will not work for you. This is for serious entrepreneurs only who want to build a 7-figure info product or coaching business by tapping into the best #1 traffic source and who are willing to take action on everything that I'm about to show you right here on this training. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting that you're gonna get these exact results that every single one of our clients has, but what I am suggesting is that I'm going to show you exactly all these things we've discovered along the way and every key element to getting these results. Because I've been able to do this time and time again by just tapping into the best traffic source that I am going to reveal right here on this video, and also tapping into the booming e-learning industry. which allows me to sell upwards of $3,000, $10,000, even $30,000 and generating multiple millions of dollars and helping hundreds of others do the exact same thing and get to 6, 7, and even 8 figures. All because of the e-learning industry and this best traffic source that I'm going to explain right here. And when I mean the e-learning industry, I mean this is by far the best industry to be in and tap into, because you can see right here, according to Forbes, this industry is going to be worth $325 billion by 2025. So this is a thriving industry that's growing every single day, and the pandemic just helped that exponentially grow even further and faster. And not many people are going to give you the keys that I'm about to share with you right now, which means that if you're able to master this one skill and this one traffic source that I'm about to share with you, you're going to be able to enjoy a huge chunk of the pie that you're not going to be able to enjoy anywhere else, while making an income from anywhere in the world. And look at what this has done for similar personal brands out there, like Russell Brunson or Tony Robbins, and many other regular people and folks just like you and I, that have generated thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, using this one skill and this one traffic source. Long story short, this is where you want to be, and I'm about to share with you the absolute keys with you right now. So let's just dive into it. So here's the 4 keys to turn your knowledge, skills, and passion into a 6 and even 7-figure income. And if you're able to grab these, you're going to do substantially well for yourself. And the reason why most people don't do well is because they don't understand these things. They have what we call shiny object syndrome, thus getting sidetracked by a new strategy, idea, or project that feels new and exciting for them. But they end up failing because they never mastered this one thing. So here's the differences in what you need to do. Number 1, so the most important thing that you have to have is actually a perfect offer attached to a premium course. It has to grab people, and it has to be formatted in a very specific way to get people lining up, ready with their credit cards, and ready to pay you top dollar. And I'm not saying that you need to create the entire full info product or course. You can actually pre-sell it, which is even better, and allows you to generate money before you even create anything. But the most important thing in order to do that, which is literally the same model that Elon Musk does every time he launches a new car, is that you need to have the perfect and premium offer. So take a look at this. This document that I'm showing you on the screen right now is literally just a Google document, but I'm using a very specific script and format that I have been using for years over and over again. And this is actually one of my best performing offers. This simple Google Doc has literally generated millions of dollars before I ever had to create absolutely anything for my premium course, aka I pre-sold it. Which means that if you're starting from scratch right now and you haven't created anything yet, you can pre-sell it and make money first before you ever have to touch it. And of course, if you already have made something, this also applies for you because you can scale it very quickly using this one format. Now, a few key things for this offer to work is that you need to create what we call a 3-piece statement. It needs to have a one specific target market, aka person, one specific problem or result, in a specific time frame, and it needs to solve one specific problem. Do not try to get everybody's attention. Don't try to promise 3 different things. Just focus on helping one specific person achieve one big result that they're looking for in a specific time frame. And just by doing this, you'll be able to charge a lot more. And that is how we literally help clients take their $7 or $10 ebook into an info product and premium course that they can sell for $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000. More importantly, you need to have a proven, repeatable process to get them from where they are right now to where they want to be. And your key is to help people achieve that one result as quick as possible. Finally, in your offer, you want to have some sort of guarantee that reverses the risk. And what do I mean by this? The single biggest objection that people have before giving you money is, what if I don't achieve X result? So you need to give them a guarantee that you're confident in making that reverses the risk from them giving you money. Reversing the risk is an immediate way to increase the value and the conversion of an offer by making it more attractive and an absolute no-brainer. If you know the key actions someone has to take in order to be successful, you need to give them the conditions, and just from there is an easy money-back guarantee. Most people will rather achieve the outcome they were promised versus getting a refund. Hence why they even paid you money in the first place. So when you do that, it will show the prospect that you're serious about helping them achieve results. And they will be convinced that they will achieve what they want with your help. And that is by far the easiest way to push them over the edge to taking the credit card out of the wallet and giving you money. And that is the format that I've used throughout years to create premium offers over and over again across different industries and even languages. And every single time it works like crazy. And look, while I've personally used this document for years in my own business, other people and clients like, for example, Parker here, he went from just making a few $1,000s, actually struggling to make anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 a month with his info product, to now making over $350,000 in just 7 weeks after implementing what I'm about to show you right here on this video and what I'm showing you right now. He went and used this same document and implemented the next few things that I'm about to talk about right here, and boom, right there. And look, this just does not apply to me. Hansel right here did the exact same thing. He turned this premium offer, he created a premium offer using this framework and the traffic source I'm about to share with you right now. And literally in just one day, from one simple 15-second video that he recorded with his phone, he did over $11,000. Now on to number 2. The big difference between making a few $1,000s a month versus getting people to line up with their credit cards in hand and making 6 figures per month comes down to creating content that predisposes people to buy. Now, that's not the case with social media. People on social media are typically scrolling through their news feeds mindlessly, looking at their friends' pictures or videos, and see what other influencers are posting. But the big cool thing about having the right content strategy in place for you is that you can scale so much further. And you can reach a lot more people in the same market. And that is how I was able to take my business from zero to over $250,000 per month. But look, I am not talking about spending hours and hours a day creating content with no result or sales coming in. It's literally just taking 2 to 3 hours a week and creating content with purpose that pre-sells your premium offer. Also, what you must understand is that most people scrolling through social media are not in a buying state. That is why it's so essential that you use the right content strategy. That way, when people are scrolling through the newsfeed, you can bring them into your audience and you go from being a total stranger to somebody that they actually trust and they want the premium offer from. But the thing is that if you do this wrong and you don't have the right content strategy in place, they will not know you, they will not like you, or they will not trust you, and they will not be predisposed to buy from you, and you will literally make zero money. So what you need to do to be able to execute this mass traffic on social media is that you need to post the right content that actively persuades people to come into your audience and puts them in a predisposed mindset to buy your product or service. This one small change can really change everything. And it was the absolute key behind how I was able to build my business from the ground up to making over multiple 7 figures in just 1 year using this content strategy. The process is very simple. The people see your content, just a few posts a week, depending on how much you post. It can be value posts, Instagram story posts, testimonial posts, lead generation. There are all sorts of great content examples. You just have to follow a really good content strategy for your profile and your niche. And the coolest part, like I said before, is that this only takes about 2 to 3 hours a week and you're able to completely automate everything. That way, you're not one of those influencers that are just dancing around and spending hours and hours on end making absolute no money. Because that is what we call the rat race of the influencer. But when you avoid that and you create content that pre-sells people, you literally are able to achieve the same results, for example, like Rafael right here. He applied this small tweak right here and was able to skyrocket his income from zero all the way to $133,000 in just 60 days. And today he's making multiple millions of dollars in every single year. Or like Wendy right here, who was able to apply the exact same tactic and is now averaging $16,000 to $23,000 a week after implementing this in just a few hours every single week. So you want to be using the right content strategy. And most people aren't great coming up with content and don't know what type of content to post. They have no structure, no plan, or anything at all. And they feel like they're posting content just for the sake of posting content. So the right content strategy is where you really separate yourself from the rest, and that is where your advantage will come from. And now on to number 3. And this is by far the best traffic source I've ever found. And I am not the only one who says this. Literally hundreds of our clients say the exact same thing. Clients who are starting from scratch, but also clients who are in the 8-figure level. And this will allow you to not only grow your following extremely quickly with qualified buyers, but most importantly, skyrocket your income. And the coolest part is that you're growing your following by ethically stealing your competitors' traffic and turning those followers into cash. Now, what most people don't realize on social media is that they give you all sorts of ways to put content from your competitors' audiences, or even build your following based on people who are interested in what you have to offer. So the best and most consistent way that I've grown my business is simply go out there and use other people's followings that they spend years building and just simply pay a few $100s to purchase a quote unquote promotion or shout out. And on top of that, I can even go find pages that my competitors are doing shout outs and promotions on and place my premium offer and my ad in front of those audiences as well. Now, the key is to create these ads, or what we call shout outs. It has to be formatted in a very specific way. One of the best tips that I can give you is that you do not want to just simply go out there and buy a bunch of shout outs and ads in the first place. Most people, before they start working with us, they just simply do that. What you first want to do is find what we call the best performing posts, or BPPs. That is content that has proven to perform above average in a specific page or niche or industry that you're in. Because maybe some content might have a lot of likes, but it usually does not mean that it is the best content. So what it could get you just a few followers is not going to be the type of followers that you actually want that are going to turn into buyers, which ultimately means that this produces no results at all. What you want to do instead is find the best performing post. And there's very specific ways and tools that you can use to find these functions inside of Instagram and social media. Now, when you find one of these best performing posts, or BPPs, literally use that as a carbon copy or model to create similar content like that. And then you place those ads and shout outs on those pages, and it will literally grow like wildfire. Because now you're getting a ton of traffic and followers with proven content that's proven to work. And on top of that, qualified buyers that are predisposed and pre-sold on your premium offer. AKA, they're interested in the topic that you're talking about. So let's just put an example. Let's just say you're selling some type of coaching or info product or program that helps people get fit. Well, you go out there and find BPPs, aka the posts that are exploding and growing very quickly, that have the most interest of people on social media, and you simply model them. And this works like absolute crazy. And this is honestly such a lethal tactic. For example, that Dave Cousins spent just $260 on a shout out, and after implementing the monetization strategy, which we will go through and explain here in a little bit, he was able to make $5,000 in just a single day and another $3,500 sale pending from just $260. That is a 3,300% ROI in just 1 week. That is absolutely crazy. Or Rafael, for example, right here, who was able to grow his followers from 1,000 followers all the way to 15,000 followers in just 3 months, and was able to go from zero to making over $133,000 in just 60 days. Or for example, Ecom Dave right here, who just a few months back spent $5,000 on shoutouts in just 1 month and was able to make over $100,000 back from it. That is a 2,000% ROI in just 30 days. And now he's doing even bigger numbers than that, making $500,000 to $600,000 per month. And just like this, we literally have hundreds of other success stories and clients who are just crushing it right now. So now that you know the 3 initial pillars to start doing this correctly, aka number 1, making sure that you have a premium offer to sell. Number 2, using content that predisposes and pre-sells that premium offer. And then number 3, making sure that you use the best traffic source that is the cheapest one and it yields the highest returns and ROI. The next step, and number 4, is how do you turn that followers and traffic into actual cash in the bank to make sure that you're able to do the exact same thing like Dave Cousins, Rafael, Ecom Dave, and hundreds of other clients have done as well. And right here on number 4, just giving you a brief warning, because I personally seen this in my business before I knew how to do this. It cost me tens of thousands of dollars just to understand and learn the stuff that I'm sharing with you right now. And that is the reason when I see people try to go out there alone and trial and error this, they always lose a good chunk of money. Actually, a lot of money. Because it doesn't matter if you have the best traffic source. If you're not able to convert that and monetize those followers and that traffic, it does not matter. So I'm just letting you know right now, be prepared that if you want to trial and error this on your own, you're going to have to lose quite a bit of money up front. Because right now you don't know which pages to use or what type of shout out you should run or what type of content you should use. But once you're able to do that and figure that out, and are able to implement the right offer with the right content strategy inside the right traffic source, everything is going to explode. Because like I've shown before, Instagram is one of the biggest social media platforms in the world, but also the number 1 place people go to and use and are influenced to make a purchase decision. The traffic and reach on Instagram is absolutely unbelievable. And you do not have to depend on cold outreach to strangers or have to depend on other ad platforms once you start scaling, or you don't have to depend on getting shut down or getting limited like you also do on other platforms. On Instagram, you can go out there and once you get the premium offer, the right content strategy, and the shout outs right, there's nothing that stops you from scaling past 6 and even 7 figures. And that is exactly how I took my business from zero to over $250,000 a month and was able to make multiple millions of dollars in just 1 year by using Instagram. And look, you're not going to be able to see this ability in this kind of ROI, which is literally 2,000, 3,000% on the low end on any other platform. Because not only it is consistent and you don't have to worry about quote unquote warming some weird pixel or AI, because people are already interested in your stuff and they're already telling you they are because they are on these pages and on Instagram, and everything is just in front of you. Also, you don't have to depend on the other ad platforms. The ad costs are actually going up, which means that the actual profit you take home is actually going down. And they're extremely competitive to advertise on. You also don't have to worry about getting disabled or banned or booted left or right, because there's absolutely no banning here, like there is, for example, on other ad platforms. But the coolest thing of it all is that not only the traffic here is the best and is also extremely cheap, it also requires very little effort to maintain these ads and shoutouts. I can actually just create a few ads and shoutouts, copy and paste it to a ton of different influencers, which literally takes 2 minutes to make, and just traffic will keep coming in and in. In fact, this is exactly what one of our friends did right here. He was already running a ton of ads on other platforms and was being very successful at it. But of course, he knew that at any time he could get shut down and ad costs are rising. And once he made the switch to this, in the very first month alone, he was able to do $350,000. And he literally told me, this is the best traffic source there is by far. And this is why it has allowed me to completely diversify my traffic and allows me to have consistency and safety in my business. And finally, almost every single time I help a new client launch a new offer or a new business, I do it every single time simply with shoutouts, because it is an absolute blue ocean. There's nobody or just a few people marketing this type of way. And then the worst case scenario, because there's only a few people or actually no people marketing in this type of way, which means that if you're able to, again, implement the right offer with the right content strategy that pre-sells, and you use this one traffic source in this way, you're literally going to get hundreds upon thousands of followers and will be able to scale your business to 6 and even 7 figures. Because like I said, it is an absolute blue ocean. And even the people that are running it, 9 times out of 10, they're running shoutouts not in the right way, because they don't have the right monetization engine in the back end to make it profitable. And they don't know how to turn $100 into $3,000. They don't know how to get a 2,000% or a 3,000% ROI every single week like clockwork, like I've shown you right here on this video training. And look, it frustrates me to tell you this in this video because I almost feel this can do more harm than good. So I wanted to give you an alternative to just doing it out there and trying an error and trying to do it on your own. Because if you go and try these strategies to grow and monetize your following on your own, you will lose thousands of dollars because you don't know how to create a good shout out that turns followers into cash. You don't know what content to create or a plan that actually allows you to just do it in 2 hours a week. And you don't know what a good premium offer or course to run your monetization system on. And maybe you don't even know how to even pre-sell that in the first place. So look, the drawback of this video is that your business and personal brand is of course very specific, and I'm obviously just recording this. And this is obviously just a video training or a recording. So I don't have a magic ball to know exactly what you need just from this recording alone. So for me, in order to help you correctly, I need to dive deep and see exactly what your offer that you need to create, exactly what content plan you need to use on your profile. And then from there, I will be able to tell you exactly what growth strategies and shoutouts that you want to run and what is the right system to be able to monetize consistently and predictably. And if I was able to do that and look at your business, just like I've helped the hundreds of other entrepreneurs and businesses right below here on this page, it is pretty easy for me to consistently pinpoint exactly how to do it, where to start, and how to profit and scale very quickly. That way you can prevent massive losses and you can grow a lot faster. Because honestly, it can even take sometimes people months and months trying to find that one click. And by that point, they've lost $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 trying to figure it out on their own. Because that is exactly what happened to Parker when he tried to do this on his own and lost $30,000 just to try to get his info product business off the ground. And that is actually his words, not mine. And that was before he came to work with us. We helped him scale to $350,000 in just 7 weeks after started working together. And it's honestly a shame when people try to do this alone and they lose because of it. Because if they knew exactly how to create or scale their premium offer exactly how to create content in just a few hours a week, and exactly the growth and monetization system to be using, there wouldn't be need for any of the struggle. So I want to offer you exactly that. Right now, there should be a link right below this video or somewhere on this page. It will take you to a very short application that you will fill out. And then from there, we can schedule a one-on-one call with myself and my team. We will sit down with you and look at what you're currently doing, look at what business you have or what business you want to start. We'll tell you exactly what type of offer you need to be creating, what type of content plan you need to have, and the exact growth and monetization strategies you need to be running. We will literally tell you, don't put it here, don't waste your money here. This is the place that you want to use. This is how you scale very quickly. Because at the end of the day, my goal here is to help you and not lead you into situations that could cause more damage. Because if you go out there and try to wing this and trial and error it could cause more harm and damage. So I'm being slightly reserved right here on this video because obviously, like I said before, I don't have a crystal ball and I don't know exactly what type of business you're in. Because every business and client that we work with needs a specific plan and blueprint and not a cookie cutter one size fits all. And again, the goal here on this call is just to tell you exactly what type of offer and premium offer that you need to be scaling and pre-selling, what type of content plan you need to be running, what type of shout outs and BPPs you should be using, and what monetization and growth strategies you need to be running. And by the end of our call, that is exactly what you're going to have. And for example, Jonathan Montoya right here was able to jump on one of our calls. And then literally just afterwards, he implemented the things that we showed him on the call. He went on to quit his job as an engineer and went on to make over $15,000 in just 1 week. And a little bit over a year later, he's done over $1 million. Here's another one of our clients, Chris. He had knowledge that he wanted to turn and get out to the world, but he had no idea how to grow a following and most importantly, how to monetize it. And in just 6 days, he was able to make over $33,000 while making the impact he always wanted. All from implementing the tactics and strategies specifically to him that we talked about on our one-on-one call. Or for example, here's Di Stefano. He teaches people how to do Forex and was able to go from just $8,000 a month to over $60,000 a month without even being fully set up, and was able to close his first $15,000 client in just 60 days. And the coolest part is that he didn't even have a big following at all. Or for example, Myra right here that teaches people how to sell on Amazon and was able to make her first $30,000 month before her info product was ever finished. She simply used our pre-sale strategy, aka selling it before you make it. Same strategy Elon Musk does to sell out every single time he comes out with a new Tesla. She was able to do $30,000 with his info product that was half created and hosted on Google Drive. Pretty crazy, right? And then there's Steve, who was able to make over $37,000 in just 1 month with no funnel, no ads, no sales video. And what's even crazier, he did this in the woodworking niche. And the reason why I'm showing you all these success stories is because we have helped hundreds of other people do exactly the same thing that you're looking to do. And that is the reason why we want to help you too. Of course, if you let us. And the coolest thing is that we even will guarantee results because it is honestly not hard for us. And that is why I'm offering a free call right now. You will sit down with myself and my team. We'll literally look at where you are right now, where do you want to go, and how can we help you get there very, very quickly. And honestly, every single one of our clients who crushes this has told us that this call has been the most profitable thing they have done all year. And for you, this can be the exact same thing. Because think about it. How much will your life change if you unlock this one source of income where you were able to scale very, very quickly and get to 6 and even 7 figures while working less and having the best traffic source that allows you to be most profitable? Because maybe you want to scale to the same levels that I've shown you here from other people and other clients that we have. Because think about it, how much would your life change if you had a consistent source of income and a consistent source of traffic that allows you to not only diversify, but be profitable as well and be safe? How would your life change or your business change if you had a consistent source of new clients and people coming in? How would your life or business change if you had a consistent source of new followers and buyers coming in that you can count on year after year? And you weren't worried about some random ad account getting shut down or ad costs spiking. How would that change your life and business? Would that give you more peace, tranquility? Would it allow you to scale even further and faster? Would it allow you to diversify your traffic source? And how much income do you think this actually make you? Because you have seen 6, 7, and even 8-figure success stories right here on this video training and also right here on this page. And not to mention, you're also going to become semi-famous because you're not only getting a ton of buyers for your info product, but also growing your following as well. Then finally, when I say it's the most profitable, it could also save you the most amount this year. Because if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you want to turn your knowledge, skills, and passion into a 6 and even 7-figure income by starting or scaling your own coaching program or info product. And if you already have an info product or e-learning or coaching business, we'll tell you exactly how you can scale it with using this one simple skill and traffic source. That way you don't have to do it alone. Because I'm going to tell you, every single time I saw a person try to do it trial and error, they lost a ton of money. So it really depends on how long you're willing to suffer. Most people, they lose a ton of money and give up before they're even profitable. And by that point, it's already too late after months and months of trial and error. So look, I don't want you to waste that kind of money and time, because I'm going to tell you from experience, when I first got into it, I lost so much money. I lost over 6 figures over the last few years just trying to figure this out. But today I'm happy I did, because now that I know where the pitfalls are, it is very easy for me to pinpoint on a new or an existing business in order to get them to 6 and even 7 figures. And that is how I was able to take my business from zero to over $250,000 a month in just a few months. So I'll be straight with you. It is not hard for us to know what content to create and how to position the right offer, and what are the right proper growth and monetization strategies just for you and your business. And if you look at all the people below this video, it is very easy for us to help people exactly like this. That way you avoid these pitfalls. So with that being said, this has been Josue Pena. I'm super excited to talk with you over the next day or so to see exactly how we can help you pre-frame and pre-sell your premium offer. Exactly what content plan you need to be using, exactly what type of shout outs and pages that you need to be running traffic on, and also the right monetization strategies that you need to be using for this. Click the link below, fill the short application out, and we'll jump on a one-on-one call in order to do that. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. Hope to talk to you soon. And yeah, hope you have a great one. Peace.